Got that rusted out Chevy by the gate, tailgate down, we're running late. Camo jackets hanging off the mirror, laughing about the same old stories every year. It's a moonlit deer camp Saturday night, peanut butter whiskey going down just right. Bush light cans piled by the fire glowing bright. Yeah, we're talking about nothing, but it all feels right. Out here where the world gets small, just good friends, big sky, and a late night call. Old dog snoring by a stack of oak, somebody cracks another joke. Lantern swinging shadows on a gravel road. We pass that bottle around like a secret code. It's a moonlit deer camp Saturday night, peanut butter whiskey going down just right. Bush light cans piled by the fire glowing bright. Yeah, we're talking about nothing, but it all feels right. Out here where the world gets small, just good friends, big sky, and a late night call. We ain't chasing much, but a little more time. Let the smoke curl up and let the day unwind. If the big buck walks or he stays out of sight, we already got what we came for tonight. Oh yeah, it's a moonlit deer camp Saturday night, peanut butter whiskey going down just right. Bush light cans piled by the fire glowing bright. Yeah, we're talking about nothing, but it all feels right. Out here where the world gets small, just good friends, big sky, and a late night call. One last toast for the embers fade to this little back road life we made. Same time next year, same firelight, same moon hanging over that deer camp night.
Hello everybody and welcome to Real and Virtual Outdoors. Well, I gotta tell you, every once in a while I just old handicap gets a little bit inspired. And I wrote that song about an hour ago, and it inspired me to just do a short deer grind tonight. Give everybody a place to go and chat, have a good time. And that's what we're gonna do. I done cracked open a tall boy, and we're gonna shoot a few. Now, I'm gonna tell you, this is gonna be an adult stream. A little bit different than what I do at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So your ears are tender, go on to bed. Let's shoot a few, have a good time. Give everybody a chance to go and talk and visit before they turn in for the night. We're not gonna stay too long, about an hour. And I'll like to get an email in the morning, but I don't care. We're going to set the time for 15:35. We have the Hanson, 15:30 rather. We got the Hanson 308. We're going to stand hop a little bit and go pop a few off. Now, every once in a while, I'm going to get up in here and go visit that beer can over there. So y'all just got to bear with me a little bit. Let's just sit back and chat. Did you get a bison yet? Yes, sir. I sure did. Let me call the people out that's chatted so far. And hello to everybody watching in the background. Brian B., Quiet Man Curtis, both my good friends, and Mr. Kelly Bullock. It's good to see you, buddy. Yes, I did get a bison last night. I got a bison last night after 2 shots of peanut butter whiskey and a couple of beers. Shot him on the run with a bow and arrow and lung shot him. Whether it was luck or just good fortune or I'm just good, I couldn't tell you, but I did bag one. I'm not going to tell you how big he was, but I got one. I know that Matt's hunting. I know that Buck Williams is hunting. And I hope you're hunting. So, other than that, I don't know how many we're going to have in it because we've had some people that had some things they had to go get done. And, yeah, well, I didn't decide I was going to do it. It's a last minute thing. If I'd have known, I'd have told you. You know how I am. I decide do stuff the last minute sometimes. There's my deer I want to shoot right there. Let's see if we can hit him on a couple of natural lights. Doggone right we can. One in the bag. I just turned mine in. Good deal. I'll get you in the morning. Appreciate you doing that early. It helps me when y'all do that early. Gives me some time to get it worked out. And I'm not rushed, and I can get it out on Monday, which I like to do, rather than Tuesday, because everybody really wants to know who won. So, I know that I didn't get the dog. I may have to get the dog. Let's see. That deer was over here, wasn't he? Somewhere. I know that, let me get the dog real quick. Makes it a lot easier. I know that Buck told me that he had a good one that he missed. So I got to get the right dog. There's my Lacey. I named that dog after my beloved dog that passed on to the Rainbow Bridge. All right, good night, buddy. There's one for the coal. We're gonna grind a few tonight. I know it's late. Most people's gonna go to bed, but we're gonna grind a few and visit. That's 310 on the board. All right. On to the next spot. I know that Buck shot at a good one, and he said he missed it. So maybe in the winter. I don't know if he got him or not, but it may be the winter. If he did get him, eventually. I'm just going to shoot a few, kind of add to the total. That's all I'm doing. Give everybody a chance to go chat if they want to chat a little bit late night. I wasn't quite ready to go to bed yet. But it ain't going to be long. Let's see what we got over here. None of my crew's live tonight, so I thought, why not do one? Bunch of ones in this pile. I mean a bunch of little bitty deer. I don't know if that one back there is a 2 or not. He's not. Alright, let's go to the next spot. He's not a 2. I'm usually watching Dad's watch at this time of the night. But he's not live tonight, so we're going to grind a few out. Oh crap, I went in the wrong doggone stand. That'll ruin it. Wasn't anything out there anyway. I went in the wrong stand. I've done that before. I'm supposed to go in the other one. Having to see your face before I go to bed is probably going to give me nightmares. Well, you are a nightmare. Oh, Lord. We just piddling, that's all. I was bored. Looking for something to do. Let's see what we got. Oh, look at that. There's a diamond. There's a diamond. See, y'all got to see a diamond. You late nighters. And I busted him. And he's down. I'm on my laptop playing. Wow. Hey, did you ever get you a computer? You ever got anything about that, buddy? Let's go get a diamond. We're gonna put a diamond on the board. I'm gonna use the dog because it's easier to find them when you've had them tall boys. Playing? Playing what? That's a diamond. $2.59. That's a good looking buck. Let's just taxidermy him. Alright. That's one thing about doing the grind. Alright, I gotta put a diamond on the board. I like that. Let's see. That is a number. That is number 4 of the grind for the diamond. Alright. Yay for me, right? Well, that made it worth it right there. You don't get to kill one of them very often. I've been playing World of Warcraft. Okay, did you get you a computer? I know you was looking at some. So I wanted to tell you that if you didn't get one and you still look at those aces, that my brother had an issue with his, but they replaced him. They did him right. Alright, let's see what we can get out of this bunch. That's a 1. That's a 2 minor. That's a little bitty 2 minor. We're gonna pop him. That 30-06 puts him down, bro. It's a hammer time. I bet. Good thing about doing a late night like this, a lot of people won't be awake to see it, but in the morning, they'll be going to work or everything, and I'll pick up some views on it. And I always seem to get a thank you for doing it. It was late. I was asleep, but I enjoyed it because I listened to it on the way to work. So that's always a good thing. I got to add that deer. Let me do that real quick. I have moved my keys around, so I'm having to get used to that. That's 311 of the grind. Nothing here but a bunch of does so far. What are you? We're gonna shoot you. .312. .30-06 puts the hammer on them. It really does. This was a dad squatch suggestion. All right, I'll be right back. Oh. On that .30-06, it's a good gun. Dropped the mouse. Had to get the mouse. All right. For those folks that's watching in the background, if you have not come in to chat, and I mention that because I don't always see you unless you're in chat. Please come in and say hello, get to know everybody and chat a little bit. We have a good time. I go live on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We have a lot of fun. And I generally do not do lives this late, but I just decided I wanted to shoot a few, and I might as well do it while I'm live. To work on the grind just a little bit. Okay, now you see this over here? This feeding zone sometimes, there's a feeding zone right here, and sometimes it does produce, and there's one right there that I need to cull out. I'm going to shoot him. Unless there's a bigger one here standing better. And there is. I'm going to shoot this one right here because he's in a better spot. Now I'm going to try to shoot this one. Not going to happen, but... Alrighty. Turkeys. Turkeys. Alright, I'm going to run and pick this one up. Sometimes they're over in this zone. There's a zone here in front of that orange dot, and there's one over here. And sometimes they're in the different zones. There's not a whole lot of people in here tonight, Rowdy. We just doing a little bit of shooting. I wasn't quite ready to go to bed yet. Decided I'd throw one up, kill a few on the grind. I'm gonna give everybody something to watch tomorrow. I'm gonna finish up the last beer and call it a night. Shortly. Welcome in. What is that? What's my tent? I'm like, what is that over there? That deer's not gonna be far. I busted him good. Right there. Okay. Everybody's probably like, what is this fool doing live this late? Sometimes I like to do one late. $3.13 on the grind, folks. On the commons, and we got a few more. I just killed a diamond not too long ago. So. Fast travel. Let's go see what's in the next spot. That was odd. Oh crap, I didn't mean to do that. My mouse froze for some reason. What happened here? I don't know how that happened, but my game froze for a second. And because I'm set up properly and further enough away from the herd, I didn't scare them off. Ooh, there may be a diamond back there. Are you a diamond? That is an awful big deer. There is 3 nice deer out here. I'm gonna call a little bit. All right, I'm gonna move those deer. That's why I'm calling. And you can see they're moving out there if you can see that far. But I'll show you. I want to see what that big one is. You are not a diamond. You are almost diamond potential. That tent used to be waterproof. It sure did, buddy. I blowed a hole in that son of a gun. Alright, I'm going to move these deer a little closer. And then I'm going to try to get more than one. See how straight I shoot after drinking a couple of these bush beers. I want to shoot that one first, so we're going to take him first. They are running, boy. Well, we got the one we wanted to get. I probably could have shot. No need in it. No need in it. He'll be here on the rotation, so we're gonna pick this one up. That's a gold. We'll add one more to the cull. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about adding one, I've got a counter up on top of the screen, so you know how many I've killed out of this grind. I'm gonna go right up here. I have killed, let me look up here where I can see better. I've killed 314 commons, 4 diamonds, which is 318, and then 323 is the total on the 5 rares. Rares are pieballs or melanistic or ladistic or albinos. And we have killed 1 black deer, which is a ladistic, and a couple of pieballs and an albino out of this grind. Is what we've gotten so far. 2 pieballs, and those are all going to go in the lodge, so it's going to be a nice addition. Let me see what's out here. Nothing. Now this spot yields a couple of rares every now and then, but it does empty out quickly. So they leave here early and they come back. They leave early and they come back soon. So that's not a rarity that they're not there. So when we make the rotation again, they will be there. We'll come back to that spot. There'll be some deer there in a little while. There's a nice one. That's definitely a shooter. I see 1 shooter in this bunch. We're going to take him real quick. He's down. I just got done shooting Friday night doing my competition for the Real and Virtual Outdoors Rod and Gun Club, where we took a bison and with a bow. That was a good hunt. I enjoyed that. And I'm waiting on my members to turn in their deer tomorrow at noon to see what we've got as far as the competition. I think I'm gonna have 4 competing. I'm gonna take just a second, get me a swig of something to drink, and then I'll be right back. We're gonna have, I think we have 4 in it. I think Buck Williams is in it. Kelly's in it. I think Matt is in it, and I think Buck, me, and Kelly. I think that's the 4 that's in it. I don't think Ernie hunted it. Nicholas didn't hunt this time. And I know Steve Adams didn't hunt it because Steve doesn't do bows. Steve's having a hard time with managing the bows, so he didn't hunt it. But we're going to get back to the rifles and the shotguns in April. So Steve's going to be in it with us next time. I wanted to do at least one bow hunt. So we're going to get back to that on the next round. And I think Kelly is going to be running the competition for the Real and Virtual Outdoors Rod and Gun Club in April because I will not be here. I will be at the gathering. So I have asked Kelly to take over supervisory chores for that, and he has graciously accepted. Pretty well slim pickings right here. But we're going to shoot this buck. I'm going to have to slip this shot in. I'm going to have to shoot him between the shoulder blades. And we got him. He's not going far. He's about done for. This is why we got to use the dog. I may have to run that one a little ways. I didn't get him quite as good as I thought I did. We're going to put the dog on this one. He ran a little further than I wanted him to. Where's the dog going? I have to keep up with this dog. This dog. That was a tough angle shot. We hit him, but we didn't hit him square, so. But he's not going for it. There's blood right there. So. He was down to 50%. In this tree line, so we're going to run up here and go pick him up. We're going to get back in April to the guns, and then in August we're going to switch over and do a little bit of fishing on a video on the game for fishing for the Real and Virtual Outdoors Rod and Gun Club. I asked the members about doing that, and they were interested in doing it, so we're going to do a little fishing. So, and I think Buck is going to join us. And that's sort of his game, so that'll be fun. The dog is hung up the trees. There's a tree there, son. The deer's not going to be far. He's right up here. And we're going to do that and have a little fun with that. So I am also going to mix in for the hunting if I can get the members on board. We're going to do a little bit of Way of the Hunter. I haven't talked to them about that. I want to see who's all going to buy the game, and if they're going to get it, we're going to do a little bit of Way of the Hunter, and it's going to be a little different experience than this one. But the graphics look exceptional. The gameplay looks great. My deer's laying right up here. I'm going to let the dog locate the deer first for training purposes, and then I'm going to pick it up from there with the notification. If everybody's wanting to get on board, and I hope that some of my members hear me talking about this tonight and maybe will email me or message me and say, hey, yeah, we're interested. We may get on board with the Way of the Hunter a little bit. It's going to be a little different hunting experience. It will be a little more, less fast-paced, a little more work. I know some of them will be wanting to do it, some of them won't. But everybody's not going to be able to do a competition all the time. That's what I tell my guys. Look, if you got something going on life-wise, can't do it, I understand. This rotation is not here yet. So we move on to the next spot. Life gets in the way sometimes. We always can't keep everyone. So, oh. All right, let's go run up here and see what we got here. I have killed 2 rares out of this spot, and we haven't spotted one in a while. I don't see anything out there, but that's not uncommon for this time of the day. But we will look at over a couple of turkeys. There's nothing here, so we will move on to the next spot. I did my first fishing tournament yesterday on the channel. It was a very enjoyable experience. I had a lot of fun doing it. If you did not get to watch that yesterday, I invite you to go watch that. There were quite a few nice fish caught. It's something that I would consider doing again. Not too soon. A little early for this old boy, but okay, so not a whole lot of deer out here. We are getting later in the day, and I need to change the time shortly, so but we're going to make the rotation because sometimes you have a rare that shows up out here, and I want to get that one while I'm live. If I can. Sometimes I've had to hold a rare for a week or a couple of days after spotting one because I wanted to shoot it on live. Appreciate the 3 people that shows is hanging in here, and hello to everybody in the background. This is actually the first deer grind I have ever done. First grind of any type that I have ever done. There is flat nothing here on 3 trones, so we're gonna go to the next spot and we're gonna change the time. If there's nothing here, thank you. I appreciate that. I haven't done. I was a little worried about doing it and keep it up with the numbers. And Rowdy, you've been around here a long time. You know, I'm a pretty confident person. But I was a little worried about doing it because I wanted to make sure that I give my best effort. I didn't want to mess the numbers up and cost somebody a fish and I was kind of hesitant about doing it because there's a bunch of deer here. About doing it, but when I got the spreadsheet that 2 Stands made, there's a bunch of deer right here. I was really pleased. That is a big, big deer back there. I was really pleased with the way Stan put together the spreadsheet, and it was so easy to do that I knew right then I was fine. I didn't want to have any mistakes and controversies. So I knew as far as getting up there talking for 6 hours and hosting it and having a good time that I could do that. But I was really worried about keeping the numbers. I was really worried that I couldn't or wouldn't be able to do it. These are a bunch of twos. I'm going to try to take 2 out of this bunch. I want to get this one here. I'm going to shoot him first, if I can. Let's see if we can do that. I want to shoot that one right there first. I got 3 out of that bunch. I'm going to shoot him twice just for good measure. We hit 3 shots out of that shot, so we're gonna take him. We're gonna take him and run. I was really worried about not being able to get all the numbers wrote down and being confident in that. But after Stan made the spreadsheet and I seen how it worked, I knew I was in good shape. So the dog is tracking 3. Where's the dog? The dog is here. Okay, dog. There's 1 laying up there. I can see it already. So, all right, I'm right here. Let's see if we can pick up 3 real quick. There's 1 right here. And there's going to be actually 1 over here to the right. I think that's a deer. That's a doe. That one doesn't count. That's a tree. All right. Okay. We will find these 3. Okay, she's on it again, so here we go. We don't count the does, but sometimes you have to thin some of them out because there's so many. So we are on the second deer now. I shot out this bunch. But Daryl and Jerry Parker kept us really busy yesterday. They caught a lot of fish, and they caught a lot of nice fish. So that's always fun. When you're sitting there for 6 hours trying to come up with something to say for 6 hours, and there's not a whole lot of action, it can be kind of tough. So it kind of falls on the host to keep the show moving. And I think, you know, it's kind of like being an armchair quarterback. I think there's a bear up there, right? We don't want to mess with him. There's a young buck. All right, I'm going to pop back to the tent and look for the last one. When you're hosting something like that, and there's not a lot going on, it's kind of tough. But I am fortunate, and I have said this before, and I say it with conviction, that because of the good people, the host, the big host, like Two Stands, and the folks that really work on hosting, I was fortunate watching them the last several years that we got 2 out of that bunch of bucks. That I kind of knew what to do, and I mean that 100%. when you watch someone that's really good at hosting, you learn from them. And I'm fortunate that I've been able to be part of this community and watch a lot of good people, so, and learn from them. Kind of like being a backup quarterback when you watch a pro. Let me just look, see if there's anything down here before I run over to the stand. No, I know this is getting close to time, so let's change the time. We're gonna make a couple more rotations. I'm gonna change it back to 15:30, which is the optimal time. There probably won't be anything at this spot at 15:30, but we're gonna make the rotation anyway. We're only going to be live for probably another 30 minutes, and that's going to be the end of it tonight. And then I'll be back on Tuesday. And I hadn't decided what we're going to do yet. I'll put this out here if somebody has a request. Want me to drive the truck or something like that. All you have to do is just ask. Somebody asks me to do something, I generally get it up pretty fast that week. A bunch of ones right here. We're gonna pop these. We're gonna try to. I got him twice. He's not going far. Not going far at all. In fact, he's down right now. A lot of ones in this bunch, and we're gonna thin those out. There's one of them. All right, go find the other one. This dog is a godsend. There's no blood. I think this is the one I shot twice, so it's not going to be too far. Yeah, we're already down 25, 50 on the bleed out, so. And there it is. Two more on the count. Now somebody will say that watch a lot of grinds, why are you shooting the ones? Well, every once in a while you have to shoot some of them, then the herd out, because you get an overload. Now they'll say, well, you're not supposed to shoot ones. Well, nobody has scientifically said that herd management works to a T. Some people do a grind and they just shoot bucks. And then some people selectively shoot bucks. So until I see that scientifically shooting only twos works, I'm going to have to be shown that before I'm going to get too excited about it, because I see a lot of people that shoot some ones out like I've been doing and still spawn great ones. So all right, there's a two back there. Now I know that deer's a two by looking at him. And that deer's a two. So I'm going to go ahead and shoot this one young two. No, I'm going to shoot this bigger one first. Then I'm going to try to pick him up over here. That didn't happen, but couldn't get the gun down on him. But I got him anyway. I got two. Ernie said, good morning, you idiot. What are you doing live? Good morning, Moon. Good morning, Ernie. Ernie, I just decided to do a little short one. I ain't gonna be live long. Good to see you, my friend. How's the weather up there, Ernie? Did y'all get any, hello, I'm good. I'm at work. Good Lord, do you work at night, young man? I feel sorry for you. Ernie, how's the weather up there? I heard the other night you may have some weather and your lights may have went out. I can't shoot that turkey on the fly, but. I got him. You believe I shot that turkey on the fly? I shot that turkey on the fly. With a rifle. We'll take it. Let me go get my deer first. Oh Lord, that was a lucky beer shot right there, folks. 97 degrees. Where do you live? Are you in Miami? Surely you got to be in Miami, right? With a name like Moon over Miami, right? All right, let's go get my next 12:20 a.m. from work. Really? Yeah, let me find my dog. Hang on. I used to work at night myself. Just rain, no storm, and good. Glad to hear it, Ernie. There's my deer over there. All right, I gotta go get my turkey. Desert. He said desert. Man, I thought you was from Miami. Talking about Moon over Miami. California? Really? Man, I always thought you was from Miami. All right, I just shot a turkey on the fly with a 30-06 rifle. Y'all seen it firsthand. That might have been a lucky beer shot, but I got him. And there he is. Where'd I hit him at? In the wing. That's a lucky shot. All right, I gotta go put my two deer down. I always thought you might be from Miami with a name like that, man. Your turkey, you mean Curtis is in bed? Curtis is in here earlier, actually. Ernie, I want you to know we were up 3:22. I want you to know that Friday night I hadn't hunted. Saturday night I hadn't hunted a bit. No, it's Friday night. I forgot that morning I was busy and I didn't get a chance to hunt. So Friday night I went hunting for the buffalo. And my wife said, you gonna go hunt for that buffalo after you've been drinking them beers? I said, shoot, yeah. So I had a nice one spotted. So I went up there and hunted that joker, and I snuck up on him, and I was getting ready to shoot him, and they spooked. And he took off running, and when he did, I busted him. I shot him over the run, killed him, graveyard dead. And I'm gonna try to shoot this one right here. I just got two out of that bunch. And put a second bullet in him just for good measure. But I got that buffalo to run. Killed him. So, and the good thing about running these competitions is that I get told who shot what. And I just got some numbers as we were speaking. So, I'm going to have to go pull that number before I go to bed. Because one of the members just turned in one. It looked like he had a pretty good hunt. Probably watching me. Kind of hope the guy that just turned in numbers did good, because he deserved it. He has some family issues going on. Oh, there's two more. So hopefully he had a good hunt. And I will be checking that out just in a little bit. I'm halfway there on a boat. Yeah, you know, the bow hunting on that game is really not all that hard. It's kind of enjoyable. Let me add two more to the cull here. I kind of enjoy the bow hunting, and I really wasn't a big fan of it at first. But after you hunt with a rifle so much, you see the value in it. And it can be quite enjoyable. That's why I started the bow series. And I was doing that on the Xbox, and then that thing went to like $30 a month, and I'm like, I ain't paying that. Because I didn't play it enough to warrant it, really. So I quit doing the Xbox thing, and there's some nice twos out here. That was angled in a bad spot. I'm gonna honk at these and see if I can get them to move. And they are moving, as you see. Now let's see if I can get a better shot. There's a 2. That's a 1. That may not have bettered me any, but we're gonna get out of the way, doe. You devil. Well, look at him running this way. They're gonna mess me up if I don't do something quick. There's one I want to shoot right there. Not gonna get that one. Too many trees in the way. I shot a doe on purpose. I figured Xbox would go up. I haven't played since. Yeah, it went up to like $30 a month for the premium, and I just didn't play it enough to warrant having it. I only played like 1 or 2 games on it, and then on top of that, my really main game that I played on that was the bow series. Well, the problem with that is that I could do the Bow series if I needed to on my PC. I didn't need to do that. And they really lost a lot of customers. Now this is going to be the doe that I shot. I'm going to run out here and get her, and then I'm going to fast travel back to the tent, collect the buck that's down. But I just couldn't see, and it's a shame because I had just bought not too long ago on Xbox X, and because they went up so high, they went up $10 a month. I was paying $20 already, and I was kind of skeptical about paying the $20 anyway. I thought, well, $20 a month, I'll find some games to play on. They went up $30, and I'm like, yeah, you're getting a little sideways on me. And they lost a lot of customers. A lot of people went really south on the Xbox at $30 a month. $30 a month, especially for young people, is too much. So I made the decision to shut it down. So, all right, there's the doe, and now I'm going to fast travel back and pick up the buck. It's just too much money to spend for what I was going to do. We do not add the does to the count. We only add bucks. So we're gonna let him pick up. I'm gonna have to get closer to the feeder, I think. Everything's going up in price, so we know this. Call that deer way up here. Called him about 35 yards to shoot him. And you can see he went down quickly. All right, one more to the cull. Now listen, for people that's listening in the background, you like to play a lot of variety of games. $30 a month is, for all the access you have, is a great deal. I'm just not a wide variety of game player, so it doesn't really matter to me, as it would to somebody else. So this is the first time that I have used this Hanson 30-06. Dad Squatch put me onto this rifle, his YouTube channel. Bought a PC. He's got a brand new PC, and it looks fabulous when he does lives. He was doing it on PS4, so if you all have not picked up Dad Squatch, I'm going to totally say that you need to do that. There is one right there. There's two that I need to shoot. I'm going to shoot this one first. He's dead. Now I'm going to try to shoot this one. Okay, that one's dead. I gotta get the retro link from Kelly so I can hook up in the living room. Okay. one thing I know about Kelly, he's always willing to help his fellow guys, so you'll be in good shape. He did some retro gaming the other night, and I haven't been able to go to too many lives lately. And the reason is because I've been watching the news coverage on the war, and I just haven't bounced around a whole lot. I'm right behind you. I got that deer. Why are you back here? The blood is here. So I haven't been in a whole lot of lives, and been watching baseball. Well, y'all need to get your bow scores up, because I'm going to tell you, sooner or later we're going to run into the bow competition. So don't think this is like a one and done and we're not going to do this again, because we are going to do it again. Because I had some guys that wanted to participate in that that didn't get to. Life kind of got in the way a little bit, so y'all go ahead and get your bow scores up, because we're going to do this again. We're not going to do it again for a while because Coach Adams does not bow hunt, and I don't want him to miss another one, so we're going to be back on this shotgun and rifle, and Kelly's going to be running that for us. There's the deer right there, but I'm going to, again, let the dog pick it up for training purposes. Kelly's going to be running that for us in April. I'm going to be at the gathering, so I have asked him to step up and run that. Okay, Ernie. Doctor in the morning. Hope everything turns out all right. We got 2. We're not going to be live much longer. We're just going to be live a few more minutes. So I have asked Kelly to run that for me in April, so he's going to do that for us. But I have asked him to stay on the shotgun or the rifle competition, not to do another bow or handgun for a while, so the coach could participate. 327 commons, 4 diamonds, 430, well, it's basically 331, and then 336 with the 5 rares. So we have killed 336 deer in this grind. And my money is going up fast, which is good. Because I spent a lot of money setting this grind up. I spent about $200,000 setting this thing up. And it is paying off, and we got deer in the field again. So let's see what we can do. I need some 2s. There's a 2. That deer is behind that post. Let's see if we can call him out. Can't shoot him through a metal pole, can I, Moon? I shoot pretty good for the old boys. Had a couple of natural lights tonight. What's this one right here? This is a 1. Yeah, it's a 1. It's a small 1. Yeah, it's a 1. Oh, I'm gonna pop this one right here. He's not going far, guarantee you. Fix the keel over in 2, 1, bam. Flat. Not bad shooting for the old boys. Had a couple of natural lights. Had a drink of peanut butter whiskey. Let's see if we can find this one. He's right there. That's a gold. This 30-06 packs is a punch. So what's odd about this 30-06 is it has a lot less recoil, and that's the reason I'm using it. The 308's got a lot more recoil, and it's harder to get back on target. And that's the reason I'm using this rifle. This was a dad squatch suggestion. But you know, the bow sight on in the old Hunter Classic is a lot better than the one in Call of the Wild. In fact, it's probably 3 times better. And the game's 10 years older. That's very odd to me. They need to work on the bow sight a little bit. The rangefinder sight, in my opinion, it's got a really small green dot on it. And for old people like me, it's useless as hell. I like the pin sight. In fact, I made the guys at the competition use the pin sight. This is a bunch of does. That might be a 2. No, it's not. That's a doe. That's a doe. Is there some deer way back there? That's a 1. I'm gonna shoot this one right here out of this bunch. If he raises his head up, I'm gonna shoot him right in the chest. Got him. Right when he's gonna put his head down. And he's fixing to go down. And if you don't believe me, where'd you go? He went down that tall grass. He's right there. He dead. We'll go pick him up. He's almost. Not quite, but he's almost. He's gonna be right there. I think Miss Lisa Swain, the catfishing lady, is going to have her announcement for the Kenneth Powell tournament tomorrow. I think tomorrow night. She's going to be calling for sign-ups for that. You have to be at the gathering to participate in it, and I just might participate in that, believe it or not. Troy might fish. I'm going to have plenty of opportunities to go out. I've got so many wonderful people that's inviting me to go out and fish, and take me out on the boat, bringing gear for me to use without me having to haul a bunch of stuff. A lot of wonderful friends. There's nothing here. So I might just participate in that. So, just for giggles. See how it works out when I get there. As long as I catch one bigger than Daryl, I'd be in good shape. All right. I like Daryl. Daryl's always been good to me. I don't have any qualms with him. I like to give him a hard time. But it'll be fun to be able to go and see a bunch of good people and fish, have some fellowship. He's a bunch of small deer. don't think that's a 2 either. No. He's almost a 2. Can I slip that in there? You bet. He's not going far. Flat. He's close enough to being a 2. We're going to shoot him. I like it, this 30-06. He's close enough. He's 187. Max weight is 220. Let's see what he weighs. He weighs 158. So not quite 187, but we'll take him. That is deer number 329. I believe, if I'm seeing that right. We have shot now. We're going to make this last rotation. We have shot 333, 38 deer out of this grind. So we're getting there. There's a bunch of deer out there, man. Look at all them turkeys, too. I see 1, 2, 3, I think 4 deer out here. 5, maybe. Is any of them going to have any horns? That's going to be the thing. There's a bunch of them standing out there. That one looks white. No, it's the sunlight. All those. Every one of them's a friggin' doe. Okay, now I'm going to talk about this just a minute. You see this herd here? This herd is got 1, 2, 3, 4 ones in it. I'm going to thin some of these down. 1, 2. I mean, there's a bunch of ones in here. Too many. I will be live on Saturday. Rowdy? Are you going to be live on Saturday? You know, son, I don't even think I'm subscribed to you. That's pitiful, isn't it? Let me go do that right now before I forget it. I'm gonna go do that right this minute. No, sir, I am not. But I am now, and I have turned on the notification bell. So if you're going to be live on your channel, I'm going to see it. The bell is on, buddy. You just picked up a subscriber. I apologize. I was not subscribed to you before, but I am now. Oh, you're going to be there on Saturday. Well, I'm subscribed to you anyway. You're going to be to the gathering on Saturday. I misread that. I thought you said you're going to be live Saturday. Well, I'm subscribed to you now, so you're going to be at the gathering on Saturday. I'm going to go in on I'm going to leave on the 22nd. And I'm going to stop about halfway there. I'm going to stop. It's about 16 hours for me. I think I'm right on that. And I'm going to stop halfway there. Mainly because it's going to hurt my body to ride the car that far. And I will be there on the 23rd. I have my reservation to check in on the 23rd. I got 2 deer out of this bunch, by the way. I'm going to go pick them up real quick. And I'm going to be at the gathering. I'm going to be at Hicksonville on the 23rd. So, but I'm going to leave a day early. Mainly so I have time to stop and rest on the 22nd. Really hurts me to ride in the car too long, bouncing me around in a wheelchair. So, and I don't want to be too wore out before I get there to enjoy the festivities. So we're gonna stop for the night about halfway. Get me something to eat and get out of my wheelchair and have a little rest. That'll make the trip a lot more fun for me and a lot more pleasant. I misread that. I thought you said you was going to be live. I'm like, hey, he's going live. That deer didn't let me pick that up for a second. I don't know what the devil was going on there. All right, let me fast travel back. I'll add them two in just a minute when I get the subway. Put the dog on the track again. This dog is a must. You're gonna do this grind, because if you don't make a good shot, and they're not always standing at a good angle where you can get a good shot. This dog is an absolute must. She is on the track again. Show me the money, old girl. I think it's 18 hours for me to Hickson. Hicksville, where I keep calling it Hickson. I think it's called Hickson, Tennessee. Hickson, Hicksville. Who the hell knows? But I will definitely be there, so. I don't recall riding in the car this long of a trip in about 30 years. That's how long it's been. I think the last time that I rode over 14 hours in a car was back way in the day when I was working for the police department. We went and picked up a prisoner one time, and it was 13 hours. 5 hours for me, you lucky dog. I made many a 5-hour trip from here to Houston when I was a young man, and a few when I was an old man, but I don't think I've ever done one this long, so. Not that I can recall. See how far this deer run? This is why this dog is a must. This dog's gonna take me right to this deer, but I don't really like shooting like that, but it is what it is sometimes. We're fixing to add 2 more to the board. I think I went to Arkansas one time, picked one up, brought him back. was a knothead to jump bail. And we went and picked him up. This would be 331. But other than that, I haven't been on a road trip this far in a while. Alright, we're going to go right up here. We're getting down to the end, folks. That didn't change. That's not good. I could have swore I changed that. I'll have to go get my eyes looked at. I can't get why I can't see that little fine print. Nope. Yeah, that's 331. I should change up there just a minute now. Is there anything out here? I know we're getting out of that time. There's something out there, but I can't see what it is from here. So we're going to jump up the stand and check it out. I don't think it's a deer. I think it's a turkey. Nope. I could have swore I saw something. We are up to 340 deer on the grind. Which is not a lot. I may have to kill 1,000 to get one. Isn't that ridiculous? I don't see anything out here but maybe a gobbler, and a rabbit. We're not going to shoot that. We're going to go down here to the next one. We about run the rotation for the day. I will be back Tuesday to do a live for y'all. I don't know what I'm going to play yet. I may drive the truck. I had ambitions about playing the police game, and I got to tell you, it is down again for an upgrade on Grand Theft Auto 5, so I'll have to update it again. I'll just ensure to keep upgrading that thing over and over and over again. It is so highly modded that every time they upgrade it, it breaks it. So, and I'm about wore out on upgrading it. There's a bunch of deer here. Now, are they does? Are they ones? I don't know. Be nice to get a rare. It's a 1. That's a 2. That's a doe. So let's take the 2. I'm gonna wait until he picks up his head. And then I chest shot him. he almost put his head down before I pulled the trigger. He was in the process of doing that. But we slipped her in there. One more time. Not a bad looking deer. Alright. I like this counter better that I put together rather than the phone. I think it shows up better for y'all, and I actually can see it much better. Alright. That actually may be the last one of the night unless there's something standing up here. We're going to run up here and check. Every time I come out of this stand, there's an alligator over here puffing at me. I don't see anything out here. Bunch of turkeys. Yeah, let's have a little bit of fun. Let's pop a few. Just for a bunny pickup, we'll shoot one. I got to go down here and fill up my feeders anyway. I hate to leave my feeders empty for the next rotation. Let's remotely fill all our feeders up. We have to fill those up. Thank God they done this remotely where you can fill it remotely. We get a little low on feed. Jokers eat too much. Puts in a lot of thought on how they build this game, because if you had to go out here and walk up here to refill these feeders, that would be a chore. But because we can do it remotely, it's a lot easier. Could you imagine walking to 8 of these feeders to fill them? I wouldn't want to do that. That one right there, they eat the heck out of that. That's down 66%. That one's down 66% as well. I think that's the last one. Yeah. All right. We are up to 341 kills on this grind. 332 common, 4 diamonds. We picked up a diamond tonight, which will go in the Trophy Lodge, and we have 5 rares, which will also go in the Trophy Lodge. And that is going to be a wrap tonight. I am going to bed. God bless you, and thank you for being a part of Real and Virtual Outdoors. And I'm going to play the Peanut Butter Whiskey song on the way out the door. I will see you on Tuesday.
Got that rusted out Chevy by the gate, tailgate down, we're running late. Camo jackets hanging off the mirror, laughing about the same old stories every year. It's a moonlit deer camp Saturday night, peanut butter whiskey going down just right. Bush light cans piled by the fire glowing bright. Yeah, we're talking about nothing, but it all feels right. Out here where the world gets small, just good friends, big sky, and a late night call. Old dog snoring by a stack of oak, somebody cracks another joke. Lantern swinging shadows on a gravel road. We pass that bottle around like a secret code. It's a moonlit deer camp Saturday night, peanut butter whiskey going down just right. Bush light cans piled by the fire glowing bright. Yeah, we're talking about nothing, but it all feels right. Out here where the world gets small, just good friends, big sky, and a late night call. We ain't chasing much, but a little more time. Let the smoke curl up and let the day unwind. If the big buck walks or he stays out of sight, we already got what we came for tonight. Oh yeah, it's a moonlit deer camp Saturday night, peanut butter whiskey going down just right. Bush light cans piled by the fire glowing bright. Yeah, we're talking about nothing, but it all feels right. Out here where the world gets small, just good friends, big sky, and a late night call. One last toast before the embers fade to this little back road of life we made. Same time next year, same firelight, same moon hanging over that deer